Hello there, this is part 2 of the Battle of Heraclea, fought in 280 BC between the Epirotes, led by Pyrrhus of Epirus, which is the guy located there with a heavy phalanx, and the Romans. And we have a Roman consul here, that guy, who is Lavinus, and we have already seen some action. We have some cavalry losses here, and as you can see, there's a kind of a disarray here. Units have plunged forward, there have been skirmish attacks, not much losses, but one Roman block lost there, but the Romans did a cavalry attack, if you remember, and they managed to split this flank a bit. Over here we saw the Tarentines, or the Greek cavalry, moving forward, harassing the Roman cavalry, who did lose their nerve and attacked, got repulsed and eliminated. So now they couldn't retreat past this river, so they disintegrated here and scattered off. In the center, quite surprisingly, or at least I'm happy to see it, both infantry lines have started to move forward. We have this cluster of legionaries here moving forward under the lead of Cassius, and here we have also seen some of the Epirote infantry moving forward, not the heavy phalanx yet, but some auxiliaries and medium heavies there. So that's where we continue, and it's the Epirotes who go next. I can also mention we have one victory banner for the Epirotes, towards 0 for the Romans. So A or B for the Epirotes, and here we have 3 on the right or 3 on the left. Okay. And both are pretty interesting to activate at this point of time. So, It would be nice to hit those guys on the river here. They are not supported, you know. We could do some really heavy cavalry damage here. I wonder if I think the river is 2 dice, both in and out, if I remember correctly, and out with 1 die if you have a ranged unit there. So I think if we attack here we only get 2 dice, but we have the leader with us, and you know, if we get 1 flag, these guys are history. So that's a good thing. We could pour in some missile fire, and also, you know, if they start losing, if they get flags, they start losing many blocks, so that could be worth it. And we could fill up with the next cavalry unit there to follow up the attack next turn or something. Really interesting. What could we do here then? Well, we could of course pour in loads of fire again. We could activate all 3 bow units, scare that cavalry away, hit some other guys, maybe the heavier. We got 1 not supported here, and that could be a nice target for those guys. So crap, this is 2 good flanks to do it. So I'll do as I used to in these cases when I cannot decide our role. So 1 to 3 we go with that flank, the right, and 4 to 6 I'll play the Epirote left flank. So it's the right flank, so we go for the cavalry option here. So it's 3 units right. We're gonna activate those guys, and I will do a bold move here with Leonatus. I will move down here. These guys will move, let's see, let's go here. We can reach pretty much what we want from here, I guess. Yeah, let's move them here. They cannot attack though. But now, let's see. Let's start with the skirmish fire here. So it's 2 dice against those guys, and they are not they are supported, so we should not start with those units. I want to get these guys first. Then these guys are not supported, and we can pour in some good fire. So let's start here. It's only 2 dice because they are on the river. I'm pretty sure that in and out 2 dice from the river, right? Should I check it up? Yes, I should. Hold on for a second. Yep, 2 dice it is. So let's see. Here comes the cavalry charge towards the river. And that's 2 hits. I was actually hoping for a flag, because that would spell the end of these guys, but they survive. They are really holding on to the river position here and fighting, and they will even fight back with 2 dice. And they missed totally. They got so surprised by these Greek cavalry attacks, so they didn't even have the time to form up their squadrons here. So pretty heavy blow there. Okay, so we didn't manage to get these guys away, so the skirmish fire will go against those who are still supported. So not a big chance to get them to flee. I will need to roll a double flag for that, more or less, but let's see if we can get some hits. Ah, we did, 1 hit. So very heavy casualties here. We have now 7 Roman cavalry blocks down. This flank is getting very, very weak. So those are ready, and then we have the Romans. Okay, tactic card or lowest order count. So we have a counterattack, which would mean 3 units here. Maybe that could be something now. Or we do the medium troops. So I can choose from these 2. And medium troops would give me some good thing. We could continue advancing with our Hastati and Princeps. I think I'll go with the medium troops actually. This would give me 5 units. So I could get these guys away, maybe attack even. I think we should attack. I'm gonna activate that unit, that's 3. Let's start bringing up these 4, and should I go up and attack those guys? Yeah, I should, because I have a plan there now. Let's see, that's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yes. So over here we could get really aggressive. We could move behind that guy and eliminate it, and we could get the leader as well, because they got a bit too bold here now. We are very weak, but it might be worth it. And then we could continue attack something else if we want to. So I'm gonna do that. I mean, we are pretty much losing this flank. The elephants are luckily over there, so they are not a threat right now. So I'll take my chances to bite back with the cavalry for as long as I can. So I will move these guys 2, these guys out from the river 2, and I hope there was no restrictions of moving out from river. I'm gonna check that, so I don't need to stop there, because then this plan is not good. Let's see. Movement, no, here we go. Movements. All units and leaders must stop when entering and move no further. Okay, so there's nothing, by moving out. There are some other terrain that you can only move out 1 hex, I guess, like swamp or something. Okay, and here I'm gonna move up these Hastati. Maybe that looks crazy, and these guys will move up to support. But the thing is, I will now do a bold move with the cavalry, hinder those guys from retreating or evading, and by that I hope to eliminate one of the bow units here. That could be a nice achievement this turn. Yeah, so two cunning but dangerous attacks by the Romans coming up. Let's see how good those goes. Let's start on the cavalry flank with the guy with 2 blocks left, yes, against that unit of Leonidas. 3 dice. And we rolled bad. Not a single hit because of a flag they can take. Oh, what a bad roll. Now they will battle back. And of course they hit with 2. And 2 is enough to eliminate these Romans. Okay. Another victory banner for these guys. Not a single hit. That was crazy. But we have one more and I will take my chances. I mean, we need to. Let's hope we get some hits now. No, bad roll again by the Romans. So now the Epirotes will hit them, and of course they get 2 hits, and these Roman cavalry is also eliminated. That cunning plan just went down the drain. Well, probably they got harassed here. It was a kind of a gauntlet to ride in between those cavalry, I guess. So they got themselves caught by these cavalry when they tried to sack these guys. So another banner for the Epirotes. So they now have 3 because they have now eliminated more or less all the cavalry, not on the board but on this flank. Oh my, that was dangerous, and this could really spell a doom for the Romans because now their flank protection is disintegrating here. Let's see if they fare a bit better here. So we have the medium heavy infantry attacking those guys who cannot now evade. So we got 4 dice. And 1 hit. They are not supported, so they need to take that flag. First of all 1 hit, and then they need to retreat 2. They cannot, so they take 2 more hits. So it's 1 left, but they are holding the ground, still alive, so they will also battle back. And they got a flag. But that's okay, because now these guys can retreat back to the line. So they basically rushed forward, throw the pilas, and then they retreated back to the main line. Kind of cool. So now it's up to the cavalry to finish the job here. 3 dice. We're needing 1 hit, and then we roll 3 blues. Can you believe it? The Romans are very, very unlucky now. So the bow unit will retaliate, but they missed. Okay, not a good Roman turn. They didn't even get 1 banner from this. And that sucks, to be honest. I think I would have gotten 2 actually and caught up a bit against the Epirotes, but no, it's still 3-0. But, well, it's usually bad to blame the dice, but in this case I think it's a valid case for the Romans. Okay, anyway, it's the Epirotes, so let's see if they can. I mean, they have a golden opportunity to get that guy and start attacking the flanks here. It's an A or B. Okay, so A is a rally. What could we rally? Could rally up some cavalry. Okay, only that actually, because those guys are not adjacent or attached to a leader. So I don't think I'm gonna play that. I'm a bit. It would be cool to activate that guy. We could attack again with the cavalry here, but I don't want to use the rally card for that. So I think we're gonna use this card and play 3 units left. Meaning we could probably get that cavalry So let's see, 3 units left. We don't have that many hard punching guys, but I'm gonna do like this. 1, 2, and 3. I will try to get these guys into safety, so they move there. The auxiliary will now move forward, and the bow unit here. So I want to be sure that I cannot allow these guys to retreat or evade. So that's what I'm doing. So let's attack with the auxiliary first. It's 3 dice. And we got 1 hit on the cavalry. But now they will hit back. And that's 1 hit on the auxiliaries. Then we have the weaker one. But you know what? I will attack. I know I have done it several times before and I got my nose blooded by that. But when attacking with some light against heavier. But you know what? I need 1 hit or the flag with 2 dice. It should be possible to get, so I will take my chances. But those guys missed, as so many times before the light infantry miss in close combat, and now the cavalry will strike at those guys as a retaliation, but they missed also. So nothing there. Okay. So, not so lucky this time with the dice. The Romans prevail. And speaking of that, now it's the Romans. C, D, or E. So we have a medium troops, we have a counterattack, and we have 3 in the center. So the counterattack would be 3 units there. That could of course save our cavalry. Maybe not a bad move actually. Otherwise 3 in the center, we could go up and attack that auxiliary, but I think our cavalry will be dead the turn after. Or you could use that. I think I'd go with the mediums. That's up to 5 mediums, So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I think I'm gonna stay with the cavalry there actually. Bit crazy, but I want to hinder those guys from retreating because I will now attack them. I will take my chances to hurt those bow units. These guys cannot attack and these guys cannot attack. So we have 2 battles. First here, it's 4 dice and those guys cannot retreat. They are supported though. So let's see. No hits, but 2 flags. So the first flag they can take because they are supported, but the second one they need to, or the first one they can ignore, the second one they need to take, and they need to go 2 backwards, meaning they lose 2 blocks. Pretty good. So now the cavalry will do the last charge into there and trying to get those 2 hits. They got 1. And the other one is a flag, which they can still ignore. So 1 more hit, and now they will retaliate. And this time they got us. So this cavalry eventually goes down, giving the Epirotes yet another victory banner. So it's 4-0. But we have still 1 Roman attack to come, and this time we are adjacent to a leader. Cassis. And we got in one hit only. No, not good for the Roman player this turn either. And now they hit back. And they got in one hit on the legionaries here. Pretty bad, pretty bad. And then it's the Epirots again. C, D or E. So this time we have a coordinator attack. 3 units left, meaning there. Or a line command. And with the line command we could, for instance, order that bunch. So we could hit back on those legionaries. Well, this is an interesting thing. We have a few really weak, so it'd be nice to get those guys into safety actually. So I'm a bit tempted to play 3 over there. The 1/1/1 would be cool as well, because we could attack here, we could attack the legionaries to get the first attack, and we could also do some other thing here, maybe a bowfire or even use that auxiliaries to finish off something. But you know, is it good enough? The line command could get in those 2 guys into an attack. Not bad either. Let's roll. And I think all 3 cards are pretty valid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the fate decide. It's a 6, so it's actually a line command. So now we're gonna start moving up the whole big bunch here. So here we go. So these guys move here. These guys move here. These guys follows. We soon will have some heavies in the fight. There we go. Now we have 2 attacks to do. And I will attack these guys who are not supported. First of all, it's 4 dice. And I wish we would have been adjacent to a leader, because that would have eliminated that unit. But we are not. We are alone here, so only 1 hit actually on the legionaries, who now hit back, and they are adjacent to a leader. And now maybe the luck is turning, because that's 4 hits on these medium heavies. So some mercenary hoplites here goes down, giving the Romans the first banner, and that was a big bang. Alright, so now we have an auxiliary unit still. I wonder, should we hit those guys? They are supported and they will hit back hard. They have a leader adjacent to them. So this is a dangerous thing to do, but I will do it. I will do it. And that's 1 hit and a flag, but they can ignore that since they are supported. So now they hit back against the Greek auxiliaries, and 2 hits and a flag, which we need to take. So 2 hits, and then they retreat. Okay, the big infantry fight has at least begun now, and we have seen the first banner for the Romans also. It's the Epirots. No, it's the Romans, of course. A, B or C. Counterattack. first strike or a line command. Oh my, okay, the first strike. That we will save because I will use my previous Solitaire rules for if I want to play that or not. So counterattack would be a line command, and then we have a line command. So it will be the line command. It needs to be that. And we're gonna go in now. Big line activating here. Think we can hit them really hard now. So let's just go in with full force, joining up the fight. I cannot do any ranged. I can do ranged combat. Okay, so these guys will actually stay. These guys will go up. Oh, I should do it like that then. And these guys eventually start moving forward. The console. Okay, so we have a bit of fighting to do now. First of all, we got the one die attack over there against that lone guy. And that's a hit. Perfect throw of javelins by the Velites. So we got the second Roman banner. Should never count out the Romans. They can always come back, right? Then we have these guys. They will throw a 2 dice javelin attack against this next auxiliary unit there. No hits though. Then we have a legionary attack coming up here. It's 4 dice. We cannot evade the auxiliaries. And we got 2 hits. Next Greek unit down. And the next banner to the Romans. It's now 4-3. And yeah, let's take these. I take my chances to attack that auxiliary, to get those 2. Because now we're adjacent to a leader. We should get 2 hits. We should be able to do... Oh, water roll. Can you believe it? But bad in this case because those are auxiliaries. So they stand their ground and now hit back. And they could actually eliminate those Romans now. With a bit of luck. Well, they got 1 hit. They are not adjacent to leader and they're not heavy. So only 1 hit. Then... let's see what we can do. I think... wasn't these guys... I think these guys was in the... No, sorry, that's Greeks. Okay, let's continue... Well... Let's hit from here to here. Because those guys are not supported. But we got no flags, but we got 1 and got 2 hits. Carnage. Now they will retaliate with 4 dice and they are adjacent to leader. Bang, 2 hits and a flag. 2 goes down and then actually these guys need to retreat. Then we have the attack with the leader. I will attack these auxiliaries, try to get them now. 4 dice. Well, 1 hit. Then 2 flags, which they need to take, and I think they're happy about that because they get away. 1, 2. We can though do a bonus movement into here and attack that heavy phalanx. And we should do that before they can attack us. So here comes another attack in the flank of that phalanx. Let's see if that goes lucky. 1 hit and a flag. So let's take 1 down. The flag they can ignore because they are supported. This nice triangular supporting formation here. So they will now hit back with 5 dice against those principes there. And they are adjacent to a leader, so that's a hit. that's a hit, and that's a hit. 4 hits. This unit goes down. Bang. Giving the Epirotes one more banner. And then we need to check the leadership, lostly check here. He's fine. So he cannot retreat. He goes back here. Sorry, there we are. And that ends the Roman turn. But hey, what a turn. It's now 5-3 in victory banner count. Pretty impressive. Okay, so the Epirotes really have a chance to end this now. If they're lucky with the roll, of course. They have a few good... they need 2 more banners. Here's one and here's one. That's these guys cannot evade, and they're both within reach of Epirote forces. So with a bit of luck they could get that. But we should not forget that the Romans had the first strike, so that could activate. So let's see what happens here. This could be a last turn, but not sure. Okay, so it's C or least amount of activating units. So basically it's either that coordinated attack, 1 on each section, or 3 on the left. So this is a bit... okay, we could, with this card we could actually get in some attacks on all of these, but that means we are relying on some skirmish fire here. And this guy we could attack with a heavy phalanx. And then we could pour in some cavalry attacks from here. We could take our chances to attack these. These auxiliary, if we can force them to retreat, we can attack again. We could basically get 2 attacks, and that could also give us a banner. So I will play the coordinated attack, because 3 units here it makes no sense because there are only 2 and only on the weaker sword. So I'm gonna play this and try to end it. So I'm gonna activate Leonatus, I'm gonna activate Purus, and I'm gonna activate bow unit up here. So for movement, I will go. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Here we go 1, and that guy doesn't move. So let's start with a range attack. So you have 2 dice, and if we get a blue, we get one of the wanted victory banners. But that didn't happen, so we got flag, so he needs actually to retreat, so he goes there. Now, so to win this turn, both these attacks need to be successful. And since we had the first strike, I'm gonna roll for which attack I do first. The cavalry is 1 to 3, 4 to 6, we do it with Purus. That's a 3. So we start with the cavalry. Let's see if the Romans want to activate their first strike now. So if I roll a die that does affect this in any way, which actually would mean a blue or a sword symbol, because they can ignore the flag, then I will activate it. And that's a blue, so we will actually activate the first strike already now. So here comes the first strike. And that's 3 dice. But that was a bad roll. We don't have a leader with us, so it was a complete miss. So the first strike is gone. So what I'm gonna do now is actually to put another card right away. Okay, so Leonidas can do his attack. It's 3 dice, and the auxiliary is not supported. But they didn't get the flag they wanted. Only 1 hit. But since these guys now are already did the first strike, they cannot strike back. So the cavalry's charge did not go it was not as fierce as they wanted. These guys more or less held their ground, even surprised this with a counterattack and held their ground. But here we still have the chance to end the game, because if Pyrrhus is now eliminating that unit, we can go one more, eliminate that, and then we get the 2 banners we want. Because now comes the attack of the heavies, and that could hurt because we only need 1 hit, you know. We got plenty of them, so these Hastati or whatever it is got eliminated. 1 banner for Epirus, that's 6, and since we have Pyrrhus with us, we can go down and do another attack. So another 5 dice, and they got lucky. There's no hit here. Can you believe it? But there's a flag, so we cannot battle back, we need to retreat. But we survived as the Romans. Pretty crazy. That's how it goes. So the Romans get 1 last chance, but they need to somehow get, you know, okay, we could advance again, but I think we stay there, yeah. Yeah, what I want to say is that if they're gonna win, they need to in some way harvest 4 victory banners, and that's not easy to do. So the Romans got A or B. That's a counterattack, would be a coordinated attack or a line command. So a line command here could be interesting now. We could retaliate and get that Principes unit there or something into safety. So I will play... Oh, did I forget that guy? No, I did shoot with that. I did. Just forgot to pull up the block again. Okay, so now goes. As I said, I will play the line command now. That will be these guys all the way to the Velites here. So I will now charge in towards Pyrrhus. So here's the big clash coming. These guys will try to get away, so they will... Let's see. Where should we march them? We need to march them here. Then these guys can go up and these guys can go sideways. Like that. The Velites, they can only go 1 hex, so we go like so. And they can battle. So we got the 1 die battle against that bow unit, and that's a hit. Bang! So actually the Romans gathered their 4th banner by that. The other guy doesn't have any target now, so we can just pull that block up. But here's an interesting attack. A medium heavy infantry attacking a heavy one. We have a leader with us on both sides actually. So what's that? It's 1 hit only, and then the flag they can ignore. That was not too excellent. But we need to check the state of Pyrrhus. He survived. Okay, so now we have the battle back here, and actually this could end the game. Okay, we have full strength here, so very likely, but they can ignore 1 flag, so if we could get some hits and 2 flags and then get another hit, then it could end actually. Let's see what happens. So it's 1 and 2 hits and 1 flag, and we probably can ignore that. It depends on if the leader survived. He did, but it was a close call. But there ended the line command of the Romans. So it's the Epirot player again. C, D, or E. And they got 3 in the center now, and that could probably end the thing, because that's what we're gonna play. So we're gonna attack here, we're gonna move forward with our heavy phalanxes here. Let's go like that. This guy goes there to hinder them from retreating, and that guy, well, just stays. So we need one more banner. So let's start attacking. Let's start from here actually. So it's 5 dice. And let's see, 2, 3 hits. That should be enough. There are only 2 left. So the legionaries fall there, and Pyrrhus of Epirus is victorious, getting his 7th banner, and this is the end of the game. Okay, so quite interesting game. I'm happy we are again seeing the infantry fight. It was a few battles of the Diadochi or the Successor Wars where we saw all the things happening on the flanks, but I'm happy we're seeing some infantry fights again. Okay, that's it. So next time I'm sure we're gonna continue with Pyrrhus of Epirus and his struggle with the Romans. So any other reflections? Well, one thing you could note is that Pyrrhus didn't activate his elephant wands. They were not really needed here, so yeah, that's one notable thing. Also, 2 of the heavy phalanxes were left back there, so not all went into the fight. And the Romans have 3 of their triarii still in full strength here. They really never came into combat. So, by that, congratulations to Pyrrhus, winning 7-4, and let's see what the next fight brings us. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.